So Simple tutorial. Good morning students. Welcome to SST So Simple tutorial. My dear students, in the previous class we read what is communalism, what different forms it takes and how India is a secular state. Today we will discuss the last part, caste and politics. Dear students, we have seen that what happens when gender division is expressed in politics. It tries to bring women in the national mainstream. It seeks to assure equal rights to women as men. So it has a positive aspect. How about when a division is based on religious differences? It may lead to the formation of a new political unit. It may lead to communal riots or violence. So it is largely negative. What we are going to read today has both negative and positive aspects. You will find division based on gender or religion almost everywhere in the world. But division based on caste system is something that is found in India only. This is not found anywhere else. If we go to our past, we find that Hindu society was divided into four varna or caste. It was based on duties performed by each. They were Brahmins, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. An individual born into a particular caste had to take up the profession of that caste, even if he had the skill and ability to do some other work. Members of the same caste were supposed to form a social community. They had to follow the rules and customs of their caste. They could not violate caste rules for the fear of exclusion from their caste, a condition they feared even more than death. They married within the caste group. They did not eat with members of other caste groups. The castes were hierarchical. Do you know the meaning of hierarchy? It is a system of organizing people into different ranks or levels of importance in society or in any company. That means there were high and low castes. The castes placed higher in the system discriminated against the lower castes. The lowest castes were called untouchables. They were discriminated against. They were not allowed to draw water from public wells. They were not allowed to enter the temples. So the caste system gave rise to inequalities. Therefore, we find numerous social reform movements throughout the 19th century. You all have already read about them in class 8. To name a few, Jyotiba Phule, Kandakuri Vireshilingam, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, also called Periyar, and of course Gandhiji and Dr. Ambedkar. They worked towards removing caste discrimination and worked to establish a society in which caste inequalities are absent. Today you can see great change in the caste system in our country. This is partly due to the efforts made by these great men and partly due to some other factors, socio-economic factors like economic development, large-scale urbanization, growth of literacy, occupational mobility, etc. Urbanization has destroyed the feeling of caste system, as many people from various castes live together in the cities. Cities have unique character where ghettoing of backward classes is not possible. This helped to bring together number of different caste people living together. Moreover, urban dwellers care a damn about the caste norms. To them, it does not matter who is walking next to them. To them, it doesn't matter who is sitting next to them in a bus or an auto rickshaw. To them, it does not matter who is eating at the next table in a restaurant. Growing literacy and education is another important factor. Literacy has empowered the lower caste and gave them many opportunities to explore. The values like equality are imbibed through education. Growing literacy has created political awareness among masses, which help them to exercise their political rights in effective way. Literacy has helped to eradicate the myth related to caste. These are certain things that helped to eliminate rigidity of caste system. The next important factor is the occupational mobility. What is occupational mobility? Look at the glossary. Occupational mobility. Shift from one occupation to another, usually when a new generation takes up occupations other than those practiced by their ancestors. This is a welcome change. There are infinite opportunities before them. Today, one can choose profession based on his or her likings regardless of which caste one belongs to. The landlords in villages are upper caste people. The abolition of zamindari and other land reforms weakened the position of landlords. The tenants acquired the ownership rights. The agricultural laborers, mostly lower caste, could not be forced to do begar. Economically, these people became stronger. The role of our constitution is equally important. Besides equality that it provides, it also prohibits caste-based discrimination. It has banned untouchability. Although significant changes have taken place in the caste system over the last few decades, it has not disappeared totally. There may be exceptions, but we still find that most people marry within their own caste. Despite constitutional prohibition, untouchability has not ended completely. We still get to hear of such news from here or there. Effects of centuries of advantages and disadvantages continue to be felt today. A large mass of low caste people still do not have access to education and have remained illiterate. Caste continues to be clearly linked to economic status. Let us come to page number 52. Caste inequalities today. This is based on the NSSO survey. Thus, students, we finished the topic planned for today. I hope you have understood it properly. But before I close, I want that you must go through page 50 yourself. First thing that I want to bring to your knowledge is the pie chart. You can find here the pie chart showing population of different religious communities in India according to census 2011. Hindus comprise 79.8%, followed by Muslims 14.2%, Christians 2.3% and Sikhs 1.7%. Second thing that I want to bring to your information is about two major social groups that we very often discuss in political science: scheduled tribes and scheduled castes. Who are they? It is given in the second paragraph. The scheduled castes, commonly known as Dalits, include those that were previously regarded as outcasts in the Hindu social order and were subjected to exclusion and untouchability. The scheduled tribes, often referred to as Adivasis, include those communities that led a secluded life, usually in hills and forests, and did not interact much with the rest of the society. According to 2011 census, they were 16.6% and 8.6% respectively of the country's population. If someone asks you what do you mean by STs and SCs, you must give the right answer. And lastly, you will find something called Sachar Committee in the first paragraph. What was it? The Sachar Committee was a high-level committee established in March 2005 by the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. Its objective was to study the social, economic and educational conditions of Muslims in India. That is all for today. Students, you should be able to answer these questions now. 1. What do you mean by occupational mobility? Describe the factors that are responsible for breaking down of caste system in India. 3. State How caste inequalities are still continuing in India. 4. What do you mean by scheduled castes? 5. What do you mean by scheduled tribes? Dear students, let me stop here now. In the meantime, you read your textbook. In the next class, we will discuss the next part, caste in politics and politics in caste. Till then, keep reading and have a nice time. Thank you.